Welcome back to more 2d6 dungeon. Last time we fought the Yeti, or the Ingeti, in level 8, or down on level 8, in its lair, which was the final room of this 4-room sequence. And that took a while. I realized afterwards that was another video which was over an hour long. I think the fight itself was like 15 minutes or something. So yeah, we'll have to speed up or do fewer rooms per video, because I don't want to keep putting out these hour-long videos, because they take I don't even know how long an age to render, and yeah, it's just a bit inconvenient. So I'm gonna try to keep this one shorter. I'll try to promise that to myself now. Also, I realized we forgot to roll on the liberated prisoners table when we returned to town. I think no problem, we'll just do that next time we are in town, but we should have done that. And also we leveled up from fighting that Yeti, which was the last thing we did last episode. Got our new Thunderous Blow, got 10 more max HP, and the big one, the shift, increased to 4. I think let's just continue up here to the right. Let's not waste any more time and keep scouting level 8. I think we have one more of those fights in us, because we have a bit of herbal remedies and so on left. But if we face another big monster like that afterwards, we'll have to see about returning to town. Okay, let's roll here. A 2x5, which will then instead be a 1x3 because of those special rules, with a door. Okay, let's just make our way towards the edge here. Like that. Continue through that corridor. 6x1, which will instead be a 4x1. So another corridor. And that's a dead end, oh no. Yeah, let's close that off and let's backtrack, I guess. No real point in going through here, because that's only going to be a corridor. Could look through those portcullises. We opened those after all. Do we want to risk a little peek here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's look if there's a room in this space here, or just another corridor. Seems like a room, so 2x4 with a door. Let's have that going like that, and the door down here, which will then connect up with our previous door here, if we find another room there. And this will be room number 5. And that's not quite a small room. It's a 2x4. Small rooms are 2x3 or smaller. So I guess we just roll on the normal rooms table. 5 and a 4. Let's see here. A head sculpt. That's not part of a sequence. Carved into the stone here is the relief of a cyclops. Set into the beady eye is a high quality emerald. Okay, head sculpt. Cyclops, didn't we have? We had that, yeah, we had that Cyclops box quest. Let's remind ourselves what that was. So if we, I guess if we face a Cyclops, the box starts ticking, and we can use our combat round to throw it, doing 3d6 plus 6 damage once, I assume. Yeah, right, that was like a time bomb or something. a Cyclops targeted grenade. Okay, so I guess this won't activate here because we're not fighting a Cyclops. This is just a statue. And that's unique. And let's read here. So there's a high quality emerald set into the BDI. If you have a knife or sharp piece of metal, you can prize it free. And if we do, a patrol comes. And then we roll on the level 8 patrol table. Ooh, interesting. Do we risk it? We want that high quality emerald. I think that's probably worth a lot of gold. Because again, gems sell for their full value. The value isn't halved because they are like a form of currency. And high quality gems sell for a lot, especially emerald is one of the better ones. Yeah, you know as well as I do that I can't resist that offer, and we do have throwing knives, I believe. Yeah, 2 of them. So let's use that to pry those free, or that 1 emerald free. So emerald, high quality, times 1. I hope that's going to be worth it. Let's see if the level 8 patrol table is deadly or not. I'll have to pull that up. Level 8 patrol, that's just a d6. Oh, and looks like there's only 3 different enemies on there. So 1 and a 2 is a Mortally Fly, a 3 or a 4 are Scale Hounds, or a Scale Hound, which I think we fought before. The 5 or 6 is a Scuttled Cow. And that's going to be the Fly. Okay. Don't think we fought one of those before. That's a level 6 enemy. 45 HP. 2 shift, no treasure, which is a bit annoying, but I guess we got that emerald. Quick hover on primary 1s, 2s, and 6s. Wow, so that exactly counters our maneuvers. Ah, the focus is not playing along here. Yeah, but we've got a primary 1, a 6, and a 2, so all of our maneuvers do 4 less damage, which is annoying. Mouth jab 4 and a 3, our great helm blocks that, and the double 5 is blocked by our scale jacket. Oh, and that's a special attack, so after that I guess runes cannot be used against the fly now. So we should use our... So I guess then we have to remember to subtract that 1 bonus damage we have on the weapon right now, and we should use our bell rune, which is another thing. I completely forgot about that the last 2 videos. Wouldn't have made a huge difference, but we have that sonic bell sonic rune to block using our weapon once per combat, blocking 5 damage. So I made this little shield with a bell on it, which is just a little token you can turn around with the red one on the back, just because I need apparently something very, very obvious to remind myself to use that I have that. Alright, here we are, round 1 of combat. Let's first of all throw our throwing axe with the Yips returning rune before it uses that special attack and we can't use it anymore. So that axe will do 9 damage, or 5 if we roll the interrupt. So a primary 4, that's not the interrupt, amazing. Okay, so we do 9 damage right off the bat, which is 1/5 of its health. And again, I'm not going to throw it a second time because I think if we, it says, the rules say if the throwing weapon is deflected by an interrupt, you lose it automatically. So I think if I threw it again, there would be a 50-50 chance of just losing it, and I don't want to risk that. So I'm treating this Yips rune as giving us a free throw with the weapon returning to our hand. A free guaranteed throw every time. But afterwards I'm not gonna risk it and just take the 9 damage and be happy with that. Let's attack. So a 1 and a 2. Oh, that's an exact strike of a thunderous blow immediately. Okay, great stuff. So 2d6 plus 9 damage, minus 4 from the interrupt, so 2d6 plus 5, but our 4 shift exactly offset the interrupt, so 2d6 plus 9. Let's roll here. And that's 5 plus 9. That's great, so 14 damage. Like that. Not a bad chunk of health there. Yeah, we did 23 damage. Is that correct? 23, it seems a lot. Yeah, 9 and... Wow, okay, yeah. Gotta get used to Grunko being so strong. So we did over half the amount of health in the first round there. Let's get attacked ourselves. 3 and a 2. Which... Let's see. It has 2 shifts, so it could turn that into the mouth jab and can't turn that into the special attack, the red eye aura. So that will be the jab. 2d6 plus 1 damage, minus 3 from our great helm. Let's use Bell's rune to block against that, why not? So, oh actually we can't, I just realized. That doesn't match any primary or secondary of our attacks. Wow, okay, I wanted to use it now in case it disables our runes next turn. But in that case, the helm will just block. So 2d6 minus 2. And that's 10. Ugh, minus 2 is 8. Taking 8 damage. Well, I mean, we did 23, it did 8. I can live with that. Let's roll here, 4 and a 5. That'll certainly be a ferocious strike. Gladly. And that will be 2d6 plus 10 minus 4 from the interrupt, so 2d6 plus 6 damage. Ooh, and that's a 7 plus 6 is 13. So actually leaving it at exactly 9 health. 1 bar there. I did 5 rows of 9. Yeah, let's get attacked ourselves. 1 and a 5. That seems good for us. So it can't get to the aura, because it would have to turn that into a 5. And it certainly can't get to the mouth jab, so that's a miss. Great stuff. Let's attack ourselves. 4 and a 3. I was about to say that's our great helm, but that does not make any sense. We won't be headbutting the fly. Yeah, that's just gonna be another ferocious strike, I say, and that's our strongest attack, so this is going great actually. So 2d6 plus 6 again. And that's more than enough, that's 16 damage. Okay, so took 8 damage, got hit once. Didn't use the Bell's rune again, but we had no opportunity to do so. So that's fine. At least I didn't forget this time. And no treasure for us, except for that high quality emerald. And 750 XP actually. Alright, let's move on. Down here, yeah. The head sculpt has random exits, so we actually have to roll on the exit type table first. Exit type table 8. 4 and a 3. What colors is again? Okay, this might take longer than expected to get to the next room. Let's roll on the portcullis lever table. and hope those open as easily as the last ones did. Okay, that's just 2d6, a 10. The lever has gone, but the mechanism is exposed. You could open it with a precision check of 9. One try or one attempt. I think no lock picks can be used here because it doesn't say it's a lock. I guess we'll just have to try it. With a precision of +4, our chances are good, but let's see. 7 + 4, yeah, that's enough. So we can somehow finesse the mechanism and the portcullis is open. So we don't have to wait for another patrol. And let's move on down here to the next room. See what that holds. It's a 3x5, so it'll be a 1x3, which does not fit there. Okay, tell you what, because let's roll for doors. Okay, 2. I'll turn it around, turn it on its side, that is, just because the 1x3 corridor won't fit down here. I'll sort of make it fit. I'm guessing that is to be as expected with this jumble of corridors and tiny rooms, and we'll just continue on to the right here. Whoa, that's big. So that's a 4 and a 4, and we'll have to re-roll that or add on to that. So an 8x7. Wow. Hmm. Now this is again too tiny. Okay, in the interest of having an interesting map here, let's roll for doors first of all. No doors. Yeah. I'll just give it a funky shape, but still confined to those 8x7 dimensions. Okay, there we are. I've put it in with a little corner at the bottom here. And again, if I was to actually confer to the rules as I should and put all these rooms exactly side by side, bordering each other, these could be bigger. And because I don't and I leave spaces in between, I don't want to make them artificially smaller. So I've instead given it this shape and also made it a maze because on this level large rooms don't really exist. They automatically turn into mazes. We read that part of the rules last time. And so that means this is another maze here, and we just roll on that maze table. So level 8 maze object. 2 and a 2, which is a 4. Standing on a plinth, there is a vial of ink. Okay, let's grab that. I think that's a worship item. Actually, it's not really a pouch, it's a vial, right? I put the vial into the pouch. I don't know if that makes much sense, but vial of ink. We might be able to offer that to some deity at some point. Okay. I'll quickly check how long we are running here, because as I said, I don't want to make these videos hour long again. But then we'll see if we do another room or not. Okay, we are at roughly half an hour, so I'll do one more room. If it happens to be part of a sequence, we'll have to pause that sequence and continue on the next in the next episode with the next room of that sequence. Okay, let's maybe look down into the very corner here, down to the left. 3x3. It's going to be another, oh, but actually it turns into a 1 by 1, so it might not even be that big. Yeah, so it's a 5 by 2, which doesn't quite fit here, but oh well. And one door, one exit. Really could have only had one or none. And we'll have that going up here, and I guess those will be connected by a long corridor. Yeah, let's just connect those up. Perfect. And that's going to be room number 6. Let's roll here. It's just a normal size room again. 5 and a 4. Is that the head sculpt again? Yeah, it is. Okay, so head sculpt is unique. We will roll that. 6 and a 3. The King's Lair. Ooh, that is the final room in the sequence, so we have to skip to the first one, which is a sequence of 4 rooms again. So this will be the green slime. Yeah. So I think room sequences work in a way where I'm not sure. I'll have to reread that. I'm unsure if we do the first room of the sequence here and then continue towards the right, if this will be the next part of the sequence or not. So green slime there, which is unique. Let's read that. This room feels more humid than the rest of the dungeon. There is some green slime on the walls. It also covers the floor. Roll a d6 and add your precision. On a 7 or lower, you slip over and lose 4 HP. Let's see. That's a perfect roll. Okay, so we don't slip and fall. And that's the whole room. And it's got archways leading to the seaweed columns. Okay, I just reread the part of the rules on room sequences, and it says here they are unique, and you continue forward in a connected room. So if you proceed forward to an unexplored connected room, it will be the next one from the room sequence. So I guess we can't continue that sequence over here. And I think we read that before because I had the same question before. I just forgot because it says here, and this seems familiar, that rooms are, or room sequences, the area where they are started is where they will be finished. So you can't sort of start a sequence somewhere in the dungeon and somewhere else finish it. So even though this is just one room between them, I'm afraid we can't continue with this room sequence. But also it says here, if you do not have enough space left on the map, complete what you can of the room sequence, even if it is only one room before the final room where you will find the stairs down and potentially face the level boss. Sounds to me like this is meant if the whole map is already filled out, not in this sort of situation where we are backed in a corner. So I'm afraid, to me this sounds like we started that sequence, ended it with the green slime, and will never face the last 3 rooms in that sequence. Because now if we ever roll that sequence again, we have to reroll the result, which is a bummer. But I think I'll handle it like that because that's the way the rules make it sound. So next time we'll go to the right here and just roll up a fresh room, not part of the sequence. Might be part of a different sequence, who knows, but won't be this one. So I guess we missed out there. Just something to keep in mind for the future. But you never really know when you're going to roll those sequences, so yeah. I think that's about it for this video. That's a good length. I managed to not make it an hour again. We had a fight, found some treasure, found a maze. That's about it really, but these rooms, because the fights take a bit longer and so on, we can't squeeze in as many as we could on level 1. I hope you're having fun with the series. As always, if you have any tips, tricks, or if I'm doing something wrong, comment. I'll usually see the comment pretty quickly, and because I'm not at the moment recording tons of videos in advance, I'll probably be able to, yeah, work that correction in relatively quickly within the next few episodes, if that makes any sense, what I'm trying to say here. Again, hope you had fun. See you next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.